To get a bit of exercise and just to just try out this day, you know, see if it's workable.
I drive to work every day, so it'd be nice if I didn't have to drive to work every day.
Yeah. Or at least cycle to work some of the days, you know.
Bondi and Bellevue Hill.
Yeah. And we ride to North Ryde.
About 25 k's, I think.
Good way to start the day, probably the best way to start the day. That being said, it's also good for the environment, and you know, it's a good way to have fun.
Coming from Manly,
Darlinghurst,
Surrey Hills,
Neutral Bay.
Meadowbank, Randwick.
There's a few alternatives if you want to take it easy or get there faster.
For the last 2 weeks I've been getting fit and ready for the day without, so I didn't have a heart attack on the way here.
Today we tried to get a whole bunch of people from work coming in just to promote it.
It's faster than to train. It gets me here earlier and it gets me fitter and I lose a few kgs. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, I think generally it's pretty safe.
Pretty sketchy sometimes.
And I think the more cyclists on the road, I suppose the safer it gets.
The road quality is pretty average down Spit Hill.
You've really got to be very careful. I mean, there's a few cycleways, but otherwise when you're on the road, you've got to have your wits about you, look out for the buses.
Bike lanes would be nice, but it's not going to happen.
Definitely more cycleways through the city. Car drivers recognising that bikes are on the road and recognising that bikes have a right of way on the road as well.
There's no way to get from the eastern suburbs to North Sydney without running all the buses and the trucks through the city.
It's just good not to rely on public transport in Sydney. Good to have your own way to get home.
There's a lot of traffic I find that just doesn't realise you're there.
Sydney drivers are getting better.
I choose the back streets, so it's not too bad at all, until you hit St Leonard's Artarmon, and then we really need some bike lanes down the Pacific Highway.
Parts of Anzac Parade are pretty dodgy, and through the city's a little dodgy, but the bridge is great. They just need more bike lanes, more dedicated bike lanes, and that would really help.